Hello and a warm welcome to you on this edition of Business Africa. I am Afolake Oiloye. Coming up, Congo-Cameroon fibre optic project, a medium for regional interconnectivity. Angola wants to have a share of the booming industry of banana production. And Senegal farmers cry foul as government consider lifting ban on the import of chicken. Interconnectivity between Central African countries, including Cameroon and Congo Republic, is about to get better as the latter launched a second phase of a fibre optic project. The second project comes after the first phase financed by the World Bank for the interconnection of Congo with Gabon at a cost of 15 billion francs CFA. This particular phase of the project is set to be co-financed by the African Development Bank. The project is estimated at over 43 billion francs CFA, with African Development Bank holding up to 78.2% and leaving 21.8% to the Congolese authorities. The details with John David Mamle and Nyasha Mutizwa.
In a step towards reducing the digital bill in Central Africa, Republic of Congo's capital Brazzaville last week played host to the launch of the second phase of the Congolese component of the Central African fibre optic project. The project aims to build interconnections between Congo and Cameroon on the one hand and Congo and the Central African Republic on the other. The bigger plan is to interconnect all the African countries of Central Africa by optical fibre, including Burundi and the DRC.
This also opens up certain parts of our country. Since this will be done in Sanga for Central African Republic, which will eventually allow us to have this network there. The purpose of the Africa Backbone Central project is to be able to link all the sub-regions, which will enable us to have a true integration of the CEMAC countries.
The cost of the operation is estimated at 66.4 million euros, with the African Development Bank funding 79% of the project, while Congo's government contributing 21%. This is the second phase of the fibre optic project and will last about 4 years. It will also feature a national data center and a technopole, amongst others.
Leon Justi Bombo, Minister of Telecommunications and Digital Economy of the Republic of Congo, joins us to shed more light on that report. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Interconnecting all of the countries in Central Africa by optical fibre is a great project. What will be the economic benefit first for Congo and all of the countries concerned?
The first economic benefit is the sub-regional integration. The second economic benefit is that we are going to have several international levels of optical fibers. Today, we have finalized the interconnection with Gabon. So if we encounter problems with the cables that connect us internationally, we can have redundancy with the HCE cable from Gabon. And Gabon will also experience the same thing. We launched 10 days ago the process of finalizing the interconnection between Congo and Cameroon, and also Congo and the Central African Republic. The calls for tenders have been launched. The tender process will enable us to have other outputs at the international level. It will no longer be necessary to use the international highways of communication to communicate at the level of the sub-region. So the profits will be enormous for the sub-region, huge for our economy. There is creation of the added value, creation of wealth, and it will promote startups through the provision of internet at very high speed to the population.
Now, in terms of costs, won't it be too high for Congo, especially in times like this, when the economy is not at its best?
The downside to this implementation of this infrastructure is the cost involved. This is because it is extremely expensive, but the ADB is there to assist us. We will also make a case for Congo, a data center, because it is not only about having highways of information and communication, but it is especially important that our data is now stored in the Congo. and there is a database that we store at home, and more in other countries. Other partners are also helping us. In case we have several digital infrastructure projects in Congo, we have the Central Project Africa Backbone, mainly with development partners like the World Bank and the ADB. We also have a project funded by the government and the Chinese strategic partner, NCP. The National Telecommunications Coverage Project is in phases. The first 2 phases of the project are fully completed. What is left is the third phase of the project. This phase will bring the optical fiber back to households and companies.
Earlier you spoke about the digital economy precisely in Congo and throughout Africa. We see the emergence of a good number of digital startups. How will this project support their development?
The digital economy today is the future of Africa because it is the only revolution that Africa has no right to miss and for which Africa is bringing its own contribution. You understand that Africa has every interest to bet on the digital economy. In Congo, we have currently deployed 4,600 kilometers of fiber optics with the 2 northern networks that we will implement. We will have a total of 5,200 kilometer fiber optic deployed across the country. So without the fiber optics, we cannot do anything with the internet. The internet has created value addition, and we are on course to work for the digital economy, which brings its own contribution in the context of diversifying the country's economy, so that we cannot depend solely on oil, but also the telecommunications sector.
Well, thank you very much for those insights. And don't go anywhere else. We'll be exploring the banana business in the thriving Angolan economy right after this break. Stay with us.